So welcome to my first thoughts on The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, the remaster for the Nintendo Switch. And this is just a preview. There's no spoilers in here at all. I'm just going to talk about some early impressions playing the game. I'm around 5 hours in, and next week with Victor Lucas of the Electric Playground, I'll put a link to his channel down below. We're going to do a full-on review and look at everything in this game because there's a lot going on here, and it's a highly anticipated game for not only you, but it has been for myself. I think, I'm being honest here, that it's my most highly anticipated game of the year. I've been dying to play this game, and today was a bit of a magical day for me to finally get some hands on and try it out, because here's the deal. It came out in 1993 for the Game Boy. I never played that version. I never played it. I always wanted to get it. I didn't have a friend I could borrow it off back then. But in 1998, I got the DX version, which was a colorized version for the Game Boy Color, if anybody remembers that. And I played a lot of the game there, and I fell in love with it. And I really realized back then, this is a very, very different Zelda. And I was a very nice guy, and for Rob, my friend Rob, for Christmas, I gave him that Game Boy and that game because I wanted him to experience this game as well because it was so magical. Now, let's fast forward to now. I've seen the trailers for this game, and like a lot of you out there, just fell in love with this graphical style. I just thought, wow, we're revisiting the island again, and now it looks like a beautiful cartoon come to real life. It looks like a claymation style of game. So the one thing that I can say, and sitting playing the game and looking at it on a big screen, is it is absolutely gorgeous. From that anime-esque intro of Link, you know, washing up on the shores of the island and looking up and seeing this mysterious egg and having to crack the mysteries of this island, no pun intended. I can't say enough how excited I was just to be a part of that today. Now, a lot of people will say that they're excited about a game, but I can show it in a few ways. First of all, in 7-Elevens here, only in 7-Elevens, not anywhere, it's not anywhere else in the world, only in Canada, they have limited edition Slurpee cups for Link's Awakening. And I couldn't believe these things. Like, I'll put these up here, right here. So the other night, at 10 at night, I was driving out to find these cups at a local 7-Eleven. I finally found them all, and I was like, yes, absolutely. So that's to show a little bit. But here's to show how much I really have been excited about this game, is that I decided to do some fan art for the game. That's how excited I was. And here it is. This is a piece, I hand drew it by hand, and I colored it with Copic markers. They're a Japanese manga style of felt tip, for say, colored markers. And I had a lot of fun creating kind of another take on Link coming to the island, and I wanted to do it at night, and that's to show you my excitement going in. And has the game lived up to those expectations? Definitely. This is a game that's a very traditional Zelda game. You're exploring an island. You have to get a bunch of musical instruments to crack the mysteries of the island and of this egg. That's where we start. But it's in the adventure and it's in the gameplay that this game really comes to life. You're obviously getting different weapons like in past Zelda games and different abilities that open up different paths to take you through the game. But it's just such a joy to play. It's funny because a lot of people have said, oh, this is just a remaster of the original game. And no, it's a remake. All the assets have been completely redone. This is a completely realized 3D, 2D style of game. And why I was always fascinated about it is that it's a combination of a lot of different genres in one. Yes, it's a Zelda game, but Super Mario Brothers characters and side view levels are there at times with kind of music that mimics those style of games. And it's just like, wow, were they ever doing something different with this Zelda? And that's what I want you to take away the most in what I'm saying. It is such a unique Zelda. And in the franchise history, there's been some unique games, absolutely, some incredible games, but this one stood out as a very oddball game. And it's so unique and cool because of that. You're running around the island, you're talking to animals, you have ghosts following you. There's a lot of different aspects to the gameplay, but yet it's so traditional Zelda that it just fit in right away. You feel very at home. It's fun to go to the very first dungeon and to be going through it, solving puzzles. This is very old school gameplay. It really takes you back to that original gameplay of the Game Boy game. It feels like it is from the past, but it's been given a beautiful, brand new look to bring it into the present. It was so much fun to solve puzzles, get new abilities that open up different areas, and there's so many different abilities and new areas to open up, and it just took me back, and I was like, oh my god, look, it's the owl again giving me advice, and all the different characters that you can talk to, and just the music alone is absolutely charming. And something else that is really charming is the amount of mini games in here. Yes, it's a Zelda game with a ton load of mini games, and a lot of these are really fun. Like, I can't talk about some of them from later on in the game, but they remind me of the original game, but they've been done in such a better way that in the original game you're like, that doesn't make too much sense how I do this, where because the graphics are so fully realized now, you're like, oh, I can play this minigame a lot better than I did way back then. I can't make a review out of this. I can't show a lot of spoiler-esque things and things from later on in the game, but I can honestly say it's living up to my expectations. This is a really weird thing to say. It makes me feel like a kid again. And I really was excited playing this game, thinking about all of the families out there that could play this game together. And I thought, man, there's going to be so many families that may get this game for Christmas later on that will play this game and they'll have a magical experience. And that's the best other thing that I can say about it. It's pure magic. If you've seen the screenshots, if you've seen the video or the opening, you know that this is a very magical Zelda, and I think they've done such an amazing job, and it kind of makes me think I'd like to see more Zelda games remade with this kind of aesthetic graphics. I mean, because the graphics are beautiful. I'd love to see Zelda 1 remade like this, or even Zelda 2. That would be great. Hey, Link to the Past? Let's do all three. I don't know. You know, I'm being greedy now, and because I don't need to be, because this game is very fulfilling. Now, the one thing that I will say is, the game at this point seems like it's going to be like the Game Boy's length to complete the game. So between 10 to 12 hours, and it seems like it's going to be that kind of way. But I do hear there is a hard mode in the game. In my review next week, we'll report on that. But right now, I find the game very, very easy to get through. And this is going to sound crazy to say, it kind of works for me because there are so many games out that I've said this before. I honestly like a game that is shorter in length, just so I can get it through and finish it and feel complete and go, yes, I finished Link's Awakening. You know, now we're on to Luigi's Mansion 3 or something like that. On to the next game, whatever that may be. But I'm telling you right now, Nintendo is having one hell of a year. You know, having Astral Chain, and then we get Link's Awakening, and then Luigi's Mansion's coming out. The new Pokemon's coming out. It's mass hysteria. I can't believe it with all this kinds of things happening, but I just wanted to come in here and talk a little bit and have a little bit of fun saying that I've had a really amazing first experience playing this game, and I really am looking forward to everybody else getting a chance to play it. It feels like Nintendo really knows how to take you to a magical little world and have you play in it and populate it with amazing monsters and interesting boss encounters and funny characters and strange side missions that you do, and you do all of those in this game. You know, strange graveyards. This game has everything that you're looking for in that respect if you're looking for that style of game. And if you've never played the original, you're in for a bit of a treat. But do definitely know I'm saying from my early impressions, it's a very easier style of game. But for me, I welcome that, and I think it's a lot of fun. So let me know down below, are you guys excited about this game? Are you picking up day one? Are you going to wait? Are you waiting for a price drop? Have you heard that the game's a little bit easy? I'm just curious to know what you guys think, so let me know down below. So anyways, guys, until next time.